Gators go to the Elite Eight, fourth straight year, still looking for that first Final Four trip with this group. We saw Scottie Wilbekin make big buckets down the gut of the game. Thought the three-point play capped a little 8-0 spurt they had when UCLA was within 3. Florida held them about 5 minutes without a field goal. Really was the key point of the game.
Yeah, it was 58-55 Florida, and UCLA just couldn't score. Florida's defense was really good, and I thought Florida did a great job in the second half of keeping UCLA out of transition. And they did it with what we talked about before the game. They did it with their offense. They made UCLA take it out of the net, and they couldn't get down the floor and get some easy baskets in transition. They had to go against Florida's half-court offense or half-court defense. And Florida's offense was their passing is so good. They had 22 assists on, I think it was 29 field goals. 29 field goals. 22 assists on 29 field goals. That's phenomenal. And Michael Frazier is knocking down some shots. He went 5 of 8 from 3, and the three-point line was a big factor in the game.
You know, so much pressure is on Kyle Anderson to make plays for this basketball team. They had 12 assists as a team, and he had 5 of those assists. So during that span, I think he was out for a little bit. It took him out for a break, and it put the playmaking ability in other people's hands, and they couldn't really do it. But how about, you talk about Scottie Wilbekin in big-time games. I mean, that one shot he made over one of the Ware twins. I mean, he's made big-time shot after big-time shot. And once again, this Florida basketball team maintains composure down the stretch. And I think that was a difference.
It's a huge difference in what we've seen from Florida teams the last 3 years, really. Last year, they were 0-6 in games decided by 6 points or fewer. This year, they're 9-2. This game wasn't in that margin, but it was close for a while. And really, the three-point line defense was also huge. UCLA was 3 of 18 from behind the arc. This team shoots about 38% on the season.
Yeah, and in transition, you know, Kyle Anderson's a guy that can push and make plays ahead. And I think Florida in the second half actually maintained their composure and was able to get back in defensive transition.
But your point about poise is exactly right. They're poised on defense too, and you can get a defensive rhythm in the same way you can get an offensive rhythm. And I thought they got in a really good defensive rhythm in the second half. Florida shot 59% in the second half, and that obviously helped their transition defense. But on both ends of the floor in the second half, they controlled the game. UCLA could not get the lead. They couldn't tie the game, and Florida just kind of kept them at bay and just methodically moved the lead out at the end and won the game.
What does it say to you about a team that's kind of been through it? Sometimes you find guys who've been as close as Florida has, they start feeling the pressure and they start playing tight. They never seemed to play tight in this game when UCLA pushed them, it didn't seem.
I think when they played Albany in the first round, Billy Donovan said they'd gotten away from their identity. Well, they seem to have found it. Their identity is to lock down on defense, play 5-as-1 on the defensive end, and the open man is the go-to guy on the offensive end. That's the way they handle it.
And when you have Scottie Wilbekin on your team who could say, hey, listen, I got it, and has the ability to make big-time shots on the stretch, that helps.